Hey guys, how are you? I'm here at the Regional Justice Center. I'm waiting for my case to be called. It's for my driving without a license. I'm supposed to be there at 1:45. I already checked in. Wanted to be early. I wanted to go over my notes. Once I'm called, what I planned on doing is challenging jurisdiction. And once I challenge jurisdiction, I want to know what action this court intends to take against me. I want to know if this court intends to try me in civil or criminal court. Now, if they decide to try me in criminal court, the Constitution grants them two jurisdictions, admiralty and common law jurisdiction. I'm going to try to see if they say criminal, I want to motion to dismiss because there's no criminal complaint against me or injured party. So that's the route I'm going to go to. I'm going to go down. And if they say it's a civil matter, then I'm going to demand and ask the judge to instruct the district attorney to provide some kind of contract where it shows I'm a party to and compelled to operate under. So I want to see how it goes. Hey, Josh. Hey, Gavin, I don't know. I didn't even know there was a court hearing at the federal courthouse for Eric Parker and the others. So I'm just here by myself, which is cool. It's going to be really quick. And it should be in and out. I'm just going to... I mean, if the judge gets upset, he might hold me in contempt and take me in custody, but we will see how that goes. Again, I brought some case laws with me to remind the judge that he can't convert the exercise of constitutional protected rights into crimes. So I'm going to try my best, stand up for my right, and argue the best way I can. What I'm also going to try to do is see if they can schedule for a motions hearing and try to see jurisdiction. I want to challenge their jurisdiction over me. They're going to try to railroad me the best way they can. So we will see how this goes, guys. I just wanted to give you all a quick update. I'll let you all know what happens afterwards. If you want to see how I'm doing, message me. Just let me know. I love you all, and thank you all for messaging me. And I will talk to you after this. Bye now.
All right, guys. Hey, it's Gavin here, and we are out at Camp Liberty, and I just got a call in. Go ahead and like and share and get this out right now, especially if you're down in the Vegas area, down there at the courthouse. I know there was hearings down there for the Patriot political prisoners, and some of you are down in the courthouse near Nevada. If you're in Nevada, or if you're near there, definitely listen up. But wherever you are, share this right now. I've got Josh on the phone right now, Joshua Martinez. Now, Josh went in for a hearing, for a plea hearing, and when he requested information from the judge about the nature and cause of the charges, which is absolutely a Sixth Amendment right, the judge flipped out, and the judge now has him chained to a bench in a back room at the federal courthouse right now. Are you there, Josh?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, so
yeah, what had happened really quick, what happened is, as soon as she called up my name, and she asked what I plan on pleading, I just simply told her I have a couple questions that need to be answered. Is this a civil matter or a criminal matter? She says it's a criminal matter. Right. When she said it was a criminal matter, I said fine. I would like this matter be dismissed because there's no sworn statement against me and there's no injured party. Well, she said, well, and then I asked her to point out the injured party, and she said, well, the city is the injured party. And I said, well, if they are the injured party, well, then I asked that this be moved to a federal court and be heard by a federal judge, because it's a conflict of interest for you two to be working together, and yet you're working with the victim. So I just want to understand the cause and nature of these charges. Now, if it's a criminal matter, where's the victim and where's the damage? And this is for a revoked license. So this is just a hearing on a revoked license.
So okay.
And again, just because it's misdemeanor court doesn't mean that the Constitution doesn't apply. I also tried to state case law, which means that in order for due process to be met, jurisdiction must first be established. Now, that's all I'm trying to do. And I also stated that Miller versus the United States says that an exercise or a claim of a constitutionally protected right cannot be converted into a crime. And as soon as I started saying those things, she got so upset, ordered the marshal to throw me in the back, which I have I'm cuffed right now to a bench. I have one hand free and the other one cuffed. I have a waist chain, and I'm in a concrete cell. I can see the courtroom room from where I'm sitting, but she did say she will sentence me once I walk back in, whether I plead guilty or not. Now, if she does that, I do want to remind her that the only ones who can enter a plea for me is either me or my attorney, and her practicing law from the bench is unethical, and she cannot do that even with the bar standards.
So hold on, you're there for a plea hearing.
She might be upset with that and throw me in the dungeon again, but I'm trying to get all this on record, and she knows that because she kind of backpedaled when she said that the city was the victim. So that's already on record, that the city is the victim.
So, okay, so
right now I'm just waiting to be taken back in front of her, and I'll see where this goes.
So she's saying, this is a plea hearing, you haven't pled, you haven't been to trial, and she's saying she plans to sentence you?
Correct, yes, even without a plea.
Yeah, that's not to be tolerated. What courthouse is this?
This is the Regional Justice Center. It's I think it's 200 Lewis Street.
So
the Regional Justice Center. I'm in courtroom 1C.
No, so is this the federal courthouse or?
No, this is the city courthouse, the Clark County City Courthouse.
Okay. So the Clark County City Courthouse, courtroom 1C.
1C as in cat.
How many people were in that courtroom that are going to be ahead of you now?
There's about 10 people ahead of me.
Okay, so guys, we need to get people down to the regional courthouse. This is in Las Vegas, correct, Josh?
Yes, I'm in Las Vegas downtown.
So this judge is completely out of control, and keep calm, keep principled. But we need people on the ground down there. I'm going to go ahead and head out of the truck and start loading up, and we're going to head down to this courthouse. What this judge is doing is completely illegal. It's treason, and we don't want to just sit on the sidelines. And this is for a misdemeanor charge, guys. This is a judge flying off the handle, refusing to be accountable.
They're about to take me back in the front. I'm about to head back to the front, Gavin.
Hey, can I talk to the marshal? Can you put the marshal on?
Go ahead, you're on.
Hey, marshal? Is this the court marshal?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on, but we're about to gather a group of people to head down to that courthouse. If the judge doesn't release Josh immediately, I don't know what's going on there, but what I'm hearing is crazy, and we don't want there to be problems down there from the judge. We want just everything to be worked out lawfully. Okay, they just cut him off, guys. So let's mount up. Let's head down to the courthouse in Nevada. Now, bear in mind, we're not out for a battle. Our presence, our peaceful, principled presence, is what we need to send a message to these corrupt judges. We already have people on our way to the courthouse right now, and so hopefully, maybe even before we get there, if they let him go, if there's an update, I want you guys to start calling this courthouse right now. So somebody give a number. I'm actually looking at the number. Kel says people are on the way. This is absolutely insane. These judges, they think they can just make up the law as they go from the bench, and due process has absolutely no regard in these courts, and we have to start speaking out against that. Okay, so the quick recap is that Joshua Martinez went to the court in, somebody put the phone number in there, let's get those phones ringing off the hook. Tell him Josh Martinez is to have his due process, and he's to be released immediately. He's been convicted of nothing. This is a misdemeanor charge that has something to do with a driver's license. Okay, he goes to court today, and he's trying to argue the nature of the charges against him. He's trying to actually question the nature of the charges against him, and the judge has him chained in the back room, and it looks like he was just now dragged out of there back into the courtroom. So the first thing you can do if you're not there is call this court. In fact, somebody give me that number. Did I see that number? If that number's there, let me call this courthouse right now and see if we can figure out. We don't know the judge's name. Josh wasn't sure, and he couldn't get to his papers because they had him chained to a bench for his misdemeanor charge. Okay, 702-455-4011. Let's see what happens when I call this. I'm just going to do that right now. And we just need presence there.
Thank you for calling the Clark County Government Center. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m.
Okay, press
to
2,
5
he
p.m.
says. So 702.
Welcome to the District Court Clerk's Office, Civil Criminal Division. If you are calling with questions
Now I'm
regarding
seeing 2
family
numbers,
court, please press
Frankie.
1.
So
if you are calling with questions,
why the first number was a 455, and now I see a different number. So now I'm confused as to which one to call here. Let's see here, 671. I'll try that one, 4528. But we need to clarify which number we're calling.
Thank you for calling the Regional Justice Center.
Okay, Regional Justice Center, that sounds right.
thank you for calling the Las Vegas Justice Court. For traffic, press 1. For civil, small claims, evictions, and TPOs, press 2. For criminal, press 3. For court education and specialty courts, press 4. For pretrial services, press 5. For the Neighborhood Justice Center, press 6. For Justice Court Administration, press 7.
Let's just see if we can get
Please
a
try
person.
again. Thank you for calling the Las Vegas Justice Court. For traffic, press 1. For civil, small claims, evictions, and TPOs, press 2. For criminal, press 3.
Okay, so this
Thank
was
you for calling the Las Vegas Township Court's Criminal Information.
702-671. 702-671. 4568. Hang on, Josh is calling back. Let's see what happened. Maybe they let him go.
Search for a criminal case in...
Josh,
Yeah, I'm here.
what's the status? I lost you.
Okay. Hey, yeah, she just sentenced me. She had me in the back. She had me in front. She said that if I apologized, then she would just let me go. And we would proceed. So I didn't want to apologize because I had nothing to apologize for.
Right.
So she sentenced me to 15 days in direct contempt of court because I refused to apologize, and I still haven't had my case heard, or I don't know what's going to happen with my driving with no license charge. That's all I asked. I just asked her what the nature and cause, and it offended her. And I started quoting case law, which offended her even more. And she says, "You are not the ruler of this courtroom. I am the ruler of this court. So either yes or no. Do you wish to apologize?" And I said no. And that's when she sentenced me to 15 days.
For contempt, just because you asked her questions and she didn't want to answer your questions.
Correct.
Okay, so, all right, I got people calling the jail now, and we got people riding that direction, and I'm going to load up and head down that direction. What's this judge's name?
You know what? I have it. Oh, you know what? No, because her name tag wasn't on when I went back to the front to see what it was, and it wasn't on the placard. But it's in courtroom 1C. She's the only one here. There's only 3 courtrooms on the first floor, and it's A, B, and C.
Okay. All right. Well, what we'll do is we'll get the phones calling to that courtroom. And so, guys, if you're in the chat room now, go ahead and put that in there.
And what I do have court next week on my appeal. I have it on Wednesday, which I want to try to get out. If I can either try to get a letter over to district court to tell them I can't make it because I'm being unlawfully held here.
Right.
And see, because that's the appeal for the obstruction charge, which I know I'm sure I can get overturned, and the marshal's going to come back and tell me whether or not I have a bail for this charge. So I'm not sure what the bail is going to be, or I'm not sure if I have to serve all 15 days.
For the contempt charge.
Just for the contempt charge, yeah.
And so she didn't even address what you were there for then.
Right. Yeah, that's still up in the air.
Okay, so tell people again. Let's make sure we're clear which courthouse this is.
This is the Regional Justice Center. This is the courthouse for Las Vegas. It's 200 Lewis Street, I believe. It's 200 Lewis.
Is the marshal there?
No, the marshal's not here.
So they just got you in a holding cell.
Yeah, I'm here alone in this holding cell in the back.
All right. All right, so guys, if you are in the Las Vegas or surrounding areas, again, we need to be heading down to the Regional Justice Court. The judge down there is completely out of control, practicing law from the bench, and hopefully we can get some people on the ground down there and get them rallying outside that courthouse to find someone in contempt for simply asking questions about their case, to find the defendant in contempt during a plea hearing because he wants to know the nature of the charges against him is so beyond out of control that it's just mind-boggling. It makes me so angry. So we're going to load up. We're going to start heading down that direction. I hope you guys, if anybody's headed that way, pass the word, share this video. Guys, we've got to start speaking out. These courts, these judges, they are traitors. They are terrorists. And we've got to...
And she wanted an apology. She wanted an apology to make her feel like she's above me. And she says, either apologize or I'll put you in contempt. Put you in the back for contempt. And I simply said, no, ma'am, I will not apologize for exercising my constitutional protected right. I said, I cannot apologize. I have no king. I have no ruler. I'm not a conquered human being. All I asked was just what's the nature and cause of these charges so that I can build a defense. How can I plead anything if I don't understand the charges? How can I build my defense if I don't know what court I'm playing in? How can I go to a basketball court and yell out touchdown if I don't if I'm not aware of what game I'm playing? That's all I'm trying to do. I was not trying to upset her. I was not trying to make her feel inferior, but she wants that on me.
No, she's the one. She's the one that's trying to upset people. She's the one that has a problem, and there's nothing wrong with the way you handled her, Josh. So now, is there? I'm just thinking here. What is? And so the only charge, I just want to recap to people who are just chiming in. So this call is live right now from the Las Vegas. I'm sorry, Josh. Say the name of the center again because I get confused with all these courthouses, and I want to get it right.
It's Regional Justice Center, the RJC.
Okay.
Regional Justice Center in Las Vegas.
Okay, and this is Joshua Martinez on the line right now. Josh just went into court just for a plea hearing on a suspended driver's license or something like that. Isn't that right, Josh?
Well, yes, this is an arraignment. That pretty much. This is what I'm arraigned on. They're supposed to tell me the cause and the nature.
Right, so no conviction, no nothing. The judge flew off the handle when Josh wanted to know the nature of the charges, when he started asking some questions about the charges, because, of course, the charges are bogus. And he's not been convicted of anything. The judge lost control, and because he wouldn't kiss her boots and apologize for asking questions about his case, the judge says he gets 15 days in jail just for contempt. This is not even regarding his case. The judge has no such authority. The judge has no authority to lock people away in jail. No judge does, with no due process, and it's not acceptable. So people are headed down there right now that are in the area, and some more of us are going to mount up and just head down there and see if we can get to the bottom of this, figuring out who's allowing this traitorous judge to behave this way. But of course, the Clark County Sheriff is super corrupt, so they're all in the same bed together. Josh, what did this judge look like? So maybe we can figure out what the judge's name is.
She has glasses, short hair down to her shoulders. I'm gonna try to see if I can get in to my. I can't get in. I can't get any signal.
Sorry.
I'm gonna try to get into the docket, the courtroom docket. You can find that on the courthouse website.
Okay.
I know she's in courtroom 1C. Yeah, I can't get in from one.
Okay, hold on just a second, Josh. Just bear with me.
Hey, Gavin.
Okay, hey, I'm going to add you in. We're still live. I'm going to put you into this call. Hey, Josh, I got Kelly on the phone here, too, now, and we are still live.
Awesome. Yeah, we are in city court on the first floor, 1C. It's on the first floor as soon as you walk in.
Okay.
Hello, Kelly.
Okay, hey, Josh, we've got people about 10 minutes away. We're an hour out, but we can head that way if we need to.
Yes. And so, Josh, you're just in a holding cell still now, or have they? What are they saying?
Yeah, I'm chained. They have me chained to a bench right now. The marshal was, I think, kind enough to uncuff one hand so I can call from my cell phone because I was trying to reach you guys from the landline, but it's not allowing me to make long distance calls. So I'm surprised that I even have signal. So I'm in this concrete holding cell behind the judge's, behind the court, on the side of the court, I mean. And the judge was she called me back out. The marshal took me back out there and said, I don't want to see you to go to jail, man. Just apologize. And I went up front and she says, I'm going to give you an opportunity to apologize. I said, no, I'm apologizing for exercising my constitutional protected right. I said, I have every right to. And she said,
Josh, you've been so targeted.
That a constitution is my paramount allegiance to the Constitution. To the government, and it's protected by my constitutional powers. It's in the Nevada Constitution, and I said, the Sixth Amendment grants me the right to understand what are the cause and natures of these charges that you're bringing against me. All I'm doing is asking rational questions. Absolutely. And I just need some answers. And when she caught herself, when she called the city a victim, she was like, the city's she said, well, victim in your terms may be different than what they truly are in law. And I said, well, it doesn't matter, because if you just said that the city is the victim in the case, and you also work for the city, this court hearing needs to be moved to a federal court. You cannot be, this is a conflict of interest. You guys cannot be playing on the same team. The odds are against me. I will lose. I just need to understand what the intent, what your intent is to try me. I need to know the legal intent. That's all I'm trying to figure out. And she threw me in the back. Now I'm in this dungeon.
Okay, so
is your dad there right now still, Josh?
No, I haven't even called him. I haven't called him yet, but he's the one that dropped me off, and I haven't called him at all yet.
Okay.
Okay, people will be there in just a minute. We've got I don't know if I should say all their names.
No,
we've got good people heading down there. We've got good people heading down there. They're very close, and I do believe they'll be able to help you. So they did say they're going to book you today.
Yeah, more than likely. The marshal said he's going to come back and let me know if they have a bail, if there's going to be a bail set for me, or if I have to serve all 15 days, which kind of sucks because I have my appeal hearing next week for my obstruction charge on Wednesday. And I paid for everything already, and now it just seems like, oh, God, now I'm bounded with this charge. But again, if I would have apologized and just said, yeah, you know what, I'll go with the flow, I would have been found guilty, and I would have been given a fine, and then so on and so on.
You don't need to bow before these people. You don't need to be ashamed for standing up to these psychopaths. Somebody in the chat room, and I don't know this for sure, but they're saying who's on the bench today there is Deborah J. Lippis. So we can do some research on her. Maybe people in the chat room can figure out. It doesn't sound like you were able to see her name tag, but you're saying it is a woman, so that makes sense.
Yeah, what was her name?
Deborah J. Lippis, and somebody's putting a phone number in here of, I don't know if this is the court chambers. Deborah J. Lippis, 702-671-3341 is a number that somebody's putting out there. So we'll have people call these numbers. We'll call the Justice Center, and then we'll get some people on the ground down there to rally up for this and see if we can straighten it out and just let people know that they're being watched and that we're not just going to be silent and.
Yeah. If people on this chat can call, and I know sometimes it seems intimidating to call, but these are our courts, and so I would just ask that you would call and be respectful but bold, and let them know that Joshua Martinez is being wrongfully detained, and we want him released so that he can complete the things he's trying to do for these hearings, and that we're not just going to sit back and accept that they're going to hold him in contempt of court when he has every right under the Constitution to ask the questions that he was asking.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't have to be lengthy and long and complicated. Just please get on the phone, you guys. Take 2 minutes. Say Joshua Martinez needs to be released.
Yep, right now. Okay. Josh, if you need anything, call me back. I'm going to get off here so I can try and coordinate and we can get more people down there. I'm also going to try and call this judge's number and see if we can clarify the phone numbers, and we'll get some people down there to support in one way or another.
Okay, cool, man, and I'll keep everyone posted. I'll call as much as I can or text before they take me in.
All right, hang in there.
Okay, hey Gavin, can you leave me patched into Josh, but take us off the live feed?
Only by turning off the live feed, and I think we need to call this other number. Here, hold on a minute. Let me see.
Okay.
You know what? Hang on. Let's just hold here. Let me call this number and see what happens. So I'm going to call, 702-671-3341. Now, it'd be really nice if we could get something to go straight to the judge's chambers, but that seems unlikely. But we'll give this number a try. answer so far.
Sorry, Lauren Montrose is not available. Record your message at the tone.
Yeah, this number, I don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
still here.
Okay, all right. Guys, I'm going to wrap this live stream up, and so we can coordinate with Kelly and stuff, but share this, spread this. Guys, keep sharing the numbers in the chat room. You know, a lot of these numbers at these justice centers are kind of random numbers. They make it really hard to get rid of the judges because they know the judges are traitors. They know the judges are criminals, and the judges don't want to have to make an accounting to anybody. They want to be able to do whatever they want with complete immunity to the law, the violations of the law that they commit. So let's head on down and show some support and see if we can get Josh out of there and let them know that this is not okay and that he needs to be released immediately, and just be principled and head on down there. And if you're not local, just start ringing these phones off the hook at that justice center and demand that Josh be immediately released and that this judge be put under investigation for what she just did. All right, guys, I'm going to cut this off for now. Josh, okay, I'll talk to you, Josh, in a second before you go, just so we make sure we're on the right page. Guys, share, spread, like, comment, call, pick up those phones, show up. We've got to start coming together and loving our neighbor.